What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today in this video, as you can see by the title, we are installing an LED light bar from Kemimoto. Let's go ahead and get into it. So everything that you see here is what comes with the light bar. There's a lot of hardware. You get the wiring harness, you get a couple attachment options, and you have the light bar itself. This is a 31-inch light bar. It has two different running options on the switch. You have the light bar itself, or you have a DRL, daytime running light option, which is really nice, and I'm really excited about that. So if you wanted to run it in the daytime, you definitely could. Now, this has approximately 30,000 lumens. If I am mistaken, I'll flash it up on screen. And we're going to go ahead and jump into the installation. So first things first, it does come with installation instructions. There's two ways you can mount this. You can mount this on a roof, or you can mount this on just a roll bar. And if you guys saw my last video where I installed the K-Speaker K66 Plus sound bar, shout out to K-Speaker for sponsoring that video. Y'all can check that out. I'll link that up in the description box somewhere up here or in the description below. I don't have a roof because I had to remove it for the sound bar installation. So I'm going to be attaching it just to the roll bar for now, but I do plan on getting a roof in the future, or a better one in the future, and then I will reattach it to the roof once I get that. So this light bar will fit from anywhere from 1.5 inch to 2 inch roll bar, and that's how we're going to be installing it today. So first thing that I did is I went through the, excuse all the manure and the stuff I have in the back here. I'm doing some gardening. Anyway, first thing I did is I ran through the installation instruction. There's installation method 2 without roof. And I went through and I found all the little pieces that I need for each step, and I laid them out. So step 1, 2, and 3, and then I found all of the brackets that I would need. Now it does come with multiple different attachment methods, like I said, so I just kept these in the bag for now to be used at a later date. Let's go ahead and start the installation process. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the light facing downwards and just set that to the side there. If I can get this up and out of the way. The first thing I'm gonna grab is this piece right here. You're gonna need 2 of these, and all we're going to do is set these into position. All these little rubber ribs here kind of fit into the fins of the light bar itself, and we're just going to pop that into place. Now you can move this. This is not in a set location. You can move it up and down wherever you may need it. I'm going to put mine in there. Just press those into place. Same thing on the opposite side here. And then I'm going to do a test fit on my roll bar just to make sure that this is exactly where I want these rubber grommets to sit. I'm not exactly square on this end here, so we're going to move that a little bit here. Yeah, that looks square enough. Okay. And then I'm going to take this over to the front of the roll cage and do a little test fit just to make sure this is exactly where I want these. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to grab 4 of your nuts here, and we're going to slide them into this little portion of the guide here and slide them all the way down to sit right next to or on top of your rubber grommet. We're going to do that on both sides. Next thing you want to do is you want to grab your curved bracket here. You're going to grab 4 washers, 4 locking washers, and 4 screws. And what we're going to do is you're going to set it up kind of like this. You don't have to, not this very long screw. You're going to grab some short screws like those there. And the way we're going to set this up to go into the sound bar is you're going to do the locking washer first, and then the regular washer. And all you're going to do is slide those in and tighten those down just a little bit to where they're sitting there nice and snug, and then we can go ahead and tighten these down. Next thing you want to do is you want to grab your appropriate size rubber grommet here and these brackets and slide them into place on top of each other. Now, in the instruction manual, it clearly states there are multiple different rubber grommets for different diameter roll bars. So you have 1.5 inch, you have 1 3/4 inch, and you have 2 inch. In this case scenario, I will be using the 1 3/4 inch. Next thing you're going to want to do is come to the other guide here and slide 4 more nuts on the inside of the guide rail right next to, in line of your rubber grommet on both sides. All right, so the next thing you want to do is grab your bigger bracket here, and the same way we set up the screws on the other side, we'll do screw, locking washer, and then actual washer. We're going to go ahead and loosely put these in here on both sides, and then we're going to go ahead and take it over to the front of the Ranger and test fit it. All right, guys, so I've got it loosely put on there. I've got my rubber grommets in place. I've got my brackets on there. So what my next step is going to be is I'm going to tighten down these bolts here that attach this plate, and then I'm going to move on to the next step, which is connecting the two clamps together. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is completely installed there on the roll bar. It's kind of finicky for the windshield. I had to redo the windshield here. I had to tuck it up underneath the hood, and it tucks up underneath there and there, and it bows out in the middle, but that's okay. I'll get that fixed later on. And so, yeah, that's completely installed. I got it as level as I could. It's stiff. It's not going anywhere. Now, let's go ahead and tackle the wiring. Next thing you want to do is you want to grab your main wiring harness here and connect it at the connector here. It just pops right into place. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some time here, and I'm going to start by zip tying a couple things. We're going to zip tie along this bar here and work our way down the roll bar all the way to this point. What I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to take these back off for the windshield here and put the wiring underneath it, and then go back over the top with these. I think that'll give it a little bit more of a secure connection for the wires. And then once we're down to this point, we'll come back and go to the next step. All right, so I got a little carried away and finished the wiring. I just wanted it to be done. So what I did is I came underneath here, I wrapped it around all the way through here, and the big end with the big circuit on it, I ran it down through here, which meant I took out the center part of that flooring right there and made that my center point, that little circuit, the circuit, put it right here in the center of the vehicle, so all the wiring would be equal going to its different spots. So the switch is right there, mounted on the dash, and the battery cables are already ran up into underneath the seat and hooked in and ready to go. Everything is, yes, it's all a big giant wiring mess, and that's from the turn signals as well. So it's just a big wiring mess. I'm probably going to get a switch panel for it to clean up the dash as well. It'll mount perfectly in this area here, and that way we can clean up some of this wiring. But the light bar is officially installed. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait until it's nighttime. It's about, I don't know, 6 o'clock right now. I'm gonna wait till it's nighttime so we can come out here, we can take it for a test drive up and down the driveway, and we can even maybe take it out on the road and test out the light bar and see how bright it is and see if we need to adjust it up and down or something like that. So I'll see you guys here in just a moment. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's gotten a little bit darker outside, and here's the light in its true form. We're gonna turn the DRL option on real quick. It's got a nice little blue hue to it on the switch. And there's your DRL option. Now, that's just a singular small light you can run during the daytime. It's bright, but it's not, you know, putting off an immense amount of light to it. That's a really cool option. And then we flip it to the main show, and it lights up everything. That is super bright, guys. We're gonna take it for a test drive and see how well she does. Now, I will say that I do need to face this downwards a little bit more, because it's facing up here where it should be facing down here. So this does need to be facing down more, but man, does it look great. We're gonna go ahead and take it on a few test drives here. So we're gonna get a few shots from inside the cab here. This is with my headlights on and the DRL option on. As you can see, it's still bright, but you know, It's brighter on camera than it is in person, but if I turn the light bar on, makes it really bright. As you can see, there's a dark spot right here, and we want the light bar facing a little bit downwards. So it's facing kind of up into the trees. It's as level as I could get it, but as you, it's very dusty, good Lord. And there's bird poop. Anyway, sorry. So we need to face this down a little bit, but I'll do that at a later date. I'm not worried about it right now. Let's go ahead and take it for a spin. As you can see, guys, this light bar is pretty stinking bright. I'm not showing it right here on camera because it's stupid bright. Thank you to Kemimoto for sponsoring today's video. Huge shout out to them. If you guys enjoyed the video, hit the like button, comment down below, and subscribe for more videos like this. Go and check out Kemimoto's website. I'm going to link them all in the description box below. And if you guys want to get this light bar for yourself, I'll link in the description box below as well. We'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.